Yo, it's the Big Al Podcast. We tonight, a couple of things. We're gonna get into that religion. Something we was like talking about earlier. So I got my guest to the side, Natasha Coates.
Hi y'all.
Welcome to the pod. Got my bonus daughter, Jalen. Welcome to the podcast. And I got my usual co-host with me.
Yeah.
He looked like he cramped up.
Rasta boy Josh.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's what that RW stands for?
Rasta boy Josh.
Oh, that ain't Rasta boy. That's like Rasta W.
Oh, okay.
Rooster Marari.
Who's Rooster Marari? He Rasta boy Josh.
No, Rooster Marari by what's that dude? Waka Flocka, Rooster Marari.
Oh, no, who world that is? You know what that is?
You don't know about Waka? You don't know what Waka Flocka is?
I know who he is. We know who Waka Flocka is. Ain't that damn thing?
I remember one time I was in a gas station and this lady was like, "Oh, you look like Waka Flocka," and I was like, "You look like Miss Puff," but I just put it there. I wasn't trying to be because she was trying to be funny, like
your Puff's mom.
Huh? No, I'm SpongeBob.
No, Miss Puff on SpongeBob. Oh, the driving instructor.
I think talking about Puff Daddy's mom, like man.
No.
Puff Daddy is crazy.
Yeah, we be clowning, okay? So this is what a normal look like.
But we had a discussion not just a little while ago that we had to put on the podcast about religion, us as a people, us as a race. So we got my wife. Matter of fact, you kind of elaborate what we were talking about, not too long ago about the Bible. Kick the actual facts. You got a little Southern in you.
What we were talking about was at the dining room table was you were discussing between hereditary of diseases or do you believe it's lifestyle?
Right.
And my theory behind that is it could be a combination of both. And then we went into talking about, do you believe that Adam and Eve is the first two humans that ever existed on Earth?
Which I think they was. They just my opinion.
The first two humans.
They probably were the first to see him, probably. But they weren't the first people on Earth. It were people out there. They probably weren't even in the garden.
Okay, according to the King James Version, they were Adam and Eve first. When God created the earth, he created the earth, made it wonderful and beautiful. He then created the heavens and the earth. He created the heavens and earth first. I mean, is it heaven and earth, daylight? Mm-hmm. Okay, daylight, heaven and earth. Then he all in that little order. You can read it in your Bible. Then he created animals, then humans.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the animals was like in another part of the world, but humans was already here.
Well,
so maybe the dinosaurs, as you would say, went extinct. It could have been.
Well, how many animals do you think he created at one time?
A lot, but he created humans before.
Did he create a set, or did he create 15 of the set?
It all depends on what your opinion is on it. What do you
I think he created. He explained all this to her, and she said that she had did bad things, and that the serpent had told her, and she shared some with her husband.
Elaborate on those bad things.
Well, she ate from the tree of good and bad. When God told her not to eat from that tree, she did. Mm-hmm. She followed the serpent's way, and she ate it, and she shared it with her husband. Her husband also had knowledge as well.
Then why would he put a tree in the garden of knowledge? Well, the tree was knowledge.
It was a tree that was special to him.
But he should know us as humans, because like I said, we've been here.
We were perfect. They were two perfect humans. They didn't know what was going on. She listened. You see who he went after first? I keep trying to tell y'all this.
So you can say that.
That's not true. How were they perfect if Adam couldn't resist temptation?
Who did the serpent come after first?
And who followed?
Wait.
Who followed them?
He went after the woman first.
And Adam still fought. But
that's the reason why he didn't go after Adam, because Adam was made in the image of him. So you pay attention. That's right. We are considered weak. That's why we are dominant. Men are dominant over women.
So why did the serpent think the
Because she didn't know when he created Adam. He had Adam here by himself. He saw that Adam was feeling some type of way because he saw that animals had a male and a female, but he didn't. That's why he put Adam to sleep and told him, he took a rib from him, and it made what? Eve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it made Eve. So at that point, she didn't have this much knowledge. She didn't name all the animals.
Okay, so if he wanted a female companionship, he had to know that the animals make. So do you think that he knew he already had a body part down there?
I'm pretty sure he recognized that when he realized the male was getting in with a female line. I mean, you gotta.
So he knew he was naked, basically.
He didn't know. Well, I don't know nothing about being naked now.
If a woman, she was the woman was made to reproduce, right? Got to reproduce.
I'm assuming, yeah.
So he had to know he was naked.
But did he know he was naked?
What you think of that?
So when you look at an animal, do you think an animal recognizes that it's naked?
Yeah. If an animal could be if an animal could be a predator.
Can I say?
Do you think an animal has knowledge of being naked?
No, we just got clothes on.
Thank you. How did we end up with clothes? Because we had to what? Recognize we were what? Naked. So you keep in mind at that time, Adam was on earth by himself with a pile of animals before he got Eve.
What if a theory that?
So he didn't look at himself. Think about it. He's the only man here walking around with his nuts out.
Yeah, but what if when she ate from the tree of knowledge or the serpent could have said it's a shame I'm walking around naked?
He probably didn't tell her that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have that.
Cover up, the beauty or whatever they.
But all I know is that they didn't know they were naked. Is that because when the good Lord said, "How did you know you were naked?" It's in the Bible.
Right.
He said, "Who told you that?" Because if you look at a cat don't put no clothes on.
Right.
You look at a sheep has wool, right?
Right. Stay up.
Okay. Our dogs wearing here has fur. How do they know they're naked?
Right. Well,
Adam didn't know he was naked at all. But somebody had to share that with him to let him know, hey, bro, you naked. Because he was walking around here. He was the only human on earth with his nuts hanging out.
I'm pretty sure animals know they naked.
Mm-hmm. They don't even.
They got it. If they predators and they like to hunt, they got to have some type of brain knowledge.
Yeah, right. Animals don't know they naked. A diamond in China, I can't hardly get a uniform of nothing on them. Right.
But they know because they want to be. Right.
I'm just saying they are animals, just the same format.
But if he
didn't know he was naked until someone had shared that with him.
Or what if he was never naked at all?
What did he have on? Skin and nuts hanging out.
No.
Because even she was walking around here with her titties and a coochie hanging out.
Think about it. If God is creative enough to graft the entire human being, what makes you think he didn't get that nigga nothing to wear?
He didn't get that nigga nothing to wear.
That's just
the nuts hanging low.
I don't know.
Or what if he shanked them and say, you know what, I want you clothes?
That's what Satan told him.
Look at the women over like in the Middle East. They got the things over their head.
You talking about Africa? How the women had their titties hanging out?
Oh, I'm talking about how they had
the thing to go over their head, the hijab.
I'm talking about how over the Middle East they
and
got
the men wear
things.
So what did they cover themselves up with? Fabrics? Or was it leaves and trees?
It just all depends.
Oh Lord!
Like in the Egyptian days, when they were wearing the little flip.
They didn't have that because they didn't know how to make cotton at that point in time. If you look at some of the Middle Eastern people, they had bare fur. They had bare fur. They had sheep wool. They didn't have leaves and trees on like that.
Where do you think they get the information from when they write this in the Bible? Like you said,
it's through but it's also I'm gonna say it's through a lot of research, and then hold on. It's through a lot of research, and then you have to pay attention to the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Okay,
that's something that someone has visionary from God to say, listen, I'm gonna give you a visionary, but I want you to write it down. That's how we get the books of the Bible through many Bible writers.
Okay, so I got a question.
Here go his question.
Just hear me out. Hear me out. So, do you think Adam was the first person to get some ass?
Yeah.
No,
Before God.
it was already human.
Before God. What God you talking about?
You think Jesus
So you
gonna
don't think
reproduce-
God didn't get no ass?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
He didn't say he does.
So wait, you don't think God didn't get no ass?
Satan didn't even get no ass.
Man, y'all crazy.
Satan got legs.
How was God in all of us, and we as freaky as we can be? And you think God didn't get
Why do you think he gave you reproductive system?
because he had it.
No, he wants you to multiply and be fruitful.
But how did he know? How did he know what the reproductive
He gave two humans here on earth, people.
Jesus got
See?
a
And he said multiply and be fruitful.
Jesus got a bloodline.
What bloodline he got?
So you think he never had sex?
He ain't scooch nobody.
That's
Y'all
You
don't
think
know.
Mary was a
I
virgin?
think so.
You think Mary was a virgin?
now she was a virgin.
Mary was a
That-
virgin.
that she gave birth a virgin birth because her mom was a virgin when she gave birth, so there's a bloodline.
Her mom was a
So-
virgin?
Yeah,
Who was her mother?
whoever gave birth to her, she was a virgin. It's in the bloodline.
I can't make this shit up.
It's in the bloodline. So
Literally, like it's right there. It's in
he
a,
just got. Listen, he reproduced, but he probably was
Jesus was never married.
okay.
He didn't even
that don't mean he didn't get no ass.
He was too busy trying to
Hear me
relate
out.
the message in the word that
Wait a
the
minute.
Lord has
Hold on.
got to get him because he was
Hold on,
mission.
whoa.
Jesus was not married.
Hold on, wait.
Show me where Jesus was married at.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
It's gonna be a flag all down the road.
You think the same Jesus that turned water into wine
Got
didn't get no ass?
What is crazy? So you
He was
So you
on a
think he
mission.
turned water into wine for niggas?
So why do you think he
No! Why do you think he turned water into wine? To get some ass.
He got ass.
Thank you.
That's your theory of how you gonna get some ass. But
No, not at all.
he ain't get no ass. He ain't get no ass. He went in.
And that's
He
Not at
showed
all.
you what miracles he can do. But listen, hold on, baby. He sat there and had discussions with multiples of high priests. And he said that was on a mission. He knew he wasn't gonna be here long, but he had to make sure we knew of knowledge of good and bad for us to transition. So he died for our sins. Hold on. So he died for our sins for us to reach, for us to have a everlasting life. Am I right?
right, but that's
Right.
Okay then. So y'all act like Jesus ain't get no ass. Y'all playing. You can get your ass. I'ma scoot over because he strike you all the way time.
We ain't strike yet because he's
Yeah, I don't know about 30 minutes. Come on over here, Jerry. Come on.
Bible term. But who said if some of it is true? Not saying I'm
Do you not believe in the Bible?
I believe in the Bible.
Okay then.
It's teaching
There
you.
it is, baby.
But I'm saying like I'm pretty sure Jesus left the bloodline. He didn't just go no 33 years without doing anything. If he was a prodigy of his father, created
Thank
everything
you.
and even said.
So I don't
So
think he got married.
Just wrong for 33 years, like nigga, you ain't getting no.
Do you realize his
No,
son?
well,
Do you realize
you
his
gonna
son
get
was
it.
on the mission from the time he was born?
He was.
So you believe that on the
But he
mission?
had to be.
So what mission
but
was
he
he
had to
on?
be taught.
No.
He didn't grab. He
Think about
just inherit. He had to.
He didn't. He right. He did have to learn from how.
For
our-
apostolic healing.
it don't matter what type of mission the man
Apostolic
is on. He gonna make time for some ass.
Jalen, come on over here, because he gonna strike you. I need my daughter.
I'm
Come
just
on,
saying,
baby.
real.
And I don't know about you.
We're just having an open podcast.
This is open season. You gotta.
I'm having open space.
You gotta be real.
Y'all talking about ass and Jesus?
Look, man.
Y'all got me scared over
They
here.
wrote Bible and they fake Bibles and they.
How did they write Bible? Through God's Holy Spirit.
Okay. But why is a lot of stuff out of the Bible?
Because we just talked about that.
Why
So
you think he allowed it? Why you think
things
he
have
allowed
got
it to happen?
the Dead Sea Scrolls that were there, they are being
Why are
trans.
you allowed? Okay, so basically that's why man control the world.
Are you yawning on camera? Yeah, we
That's why men control the
this was
world.
let.
That's why the higher ups it is the man control because they got all this of knowledge. They got the religion just to, it's nothing but a propaganda.
Yeah.
So some religions are propaganda.
Well, some of them are. You're right about that. I'm gonna tell you no lie.
So back to the Adam and Eve, like I said, I don't think they were the first people. They were probably the first people to sin or something like that, to be disobedient.
Well, according to the biblical way, in my line of thinking and what I've been taught through any version of King James, any other Bible that I've read, it reads Adam and Eve was the first humans grown
Okay.
up.
So when
That's my theory.
well, when Cain killed his brother, why he didn't want to be put out in the world?
When Cain
Because
killed
there were people.
when Cain no. When Cain killed his brother, he committed the first murder.
Was he marked right?
And God told him he can't be amongst the rest of the family, pretty much. So he went off, because God pretty much put him out. So he went off and took one of his sisters and he married her. And they had became parents of kids of kids of kids of kids. So that's why you'll see some people say they distinctions of Cain, because that's how they start their little territory. Keep in mind, Adam and Eve had more children after that. They just don't only have Cain and Abel. They have more children.
So you basically said they were the first people to reproduce.
Adam and Eve is the first to
So
reproduce.
you got to go back. So
But at that time,
people existed back then. So there was.
it was no other families out there except for just that one.
How do you know? You just go.
I'm just going by the biblical. That's what the Bible says.
Okay.
If you read it, that's what it says. It says that there were Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve had kids. And then their kids had kids.
Why can't they want to go out into the
So Cain killed his brother. He couldn't be amongst the family. So he got sent out. He said, what am I going to do? He sent him out. He took a sister. He took us one of his sisters.
Why would you say that?
He took one of his sisters
if
and he married her. And that's how he had a pile of his
If they
kids.
was the only people, just say if they was the only people, and the Heavenly Father said, "Look, I'm putting you out."
Yeah.
Pastor, he should have been like, "All right, that's cool, because I could build my own."
That's what he did.
But he didn't want to go out there. This lets you know that people exist.
He created those people that were out there, if that makes sense.
So Adam,
It's just like me and you.
They wouldn't have.
Okay, hold on. It's just like me and you. Me and you Adam and Eve. Okay. So I had Jayla.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is he can be one. He's one of our. Okay, so Josh is one of our kids. So he took her, got married, and they had a pile of kids. That's how it keeps reproducing.
Okay, so
That's how it keeps reproducing.
there was reproducing before that.
Adam and Eve was last time I checked, y'all. Got anything to say about this?
No.
What you?
Yeah, what's your theory on
Yeah.
it?
What's your theory? Like, what's your theory on the Bible altogether? Like, do you think there's stories in there that were that were in there for?
You think they were fabricated?
I won't say they were fabricated. I just think they kind of try to put like a Shakespeare twist on the way it was written.
Okay.
If you look at Shakespeare plays, it's sort of like when you read the Bible. Thou shalt.
I would say all around. I would say it's, in my personal opinion, it's meant more for you to utilize for your own personal gain, and not to try to, force what you necessarily perceive from what you're reading into somebody else's life.
Oh.
And, just use it as a tool of spiritual guidance. I do believe some of the things in there are fabricated, if that's what you want to call it. Like, I don't believe word for word everything is facts, because some shit just don't make sense. I'm not going to sit and pretend like I think everything in the Bible is true, but that's just my opinion, though. But I think that that's just with anything. Like, you just kind of got to take it how you perceive it.
And do you think that a lot of stuff that's missing out the Bible was intentionally left out? I'm pretty sure there's more scrolls in it than
they will be revealed.
But you got to look at it like, why did they take them out?
Because I think the reason that the stuff was taken out is to kind of just dummy it down for us to the best of their ability.
Mm-hmm.
Because like,
look how we act. Look at
because look at
Well, who controls the society today?
them people.
Who's them people?
folks.
Well, people on the
I
podcast.
wanna get my
If you read the
podcast
book of
out.
Job, you will understand when Satan got dismissed from heaven. and how he resides here on earth, and how he told Jesus, showed him many multiples of kingdom, and told him, if you fall down to act of worship, I will give them to you. Now, is that accurate?
Yeah, but I think personally,
So who controls this world?
the devil.
Thank
But I
you.
think that the devil is like,
And he's running it through our commercial system.
it's
you'll
deeper
see
than just like,
Things on the pod that, I mean, I ain't gonna say our pod because our pod is cool, but you'll see things that are on in the world that's going on. And even in the last days, one of the disciples asked Jesus, what would be the signs of the times?
Mhm.
He said, war, famine, earthquakes. Are we having this to this day?
Mhm.
Wars after wars, hunger.
Yep.
We are having these things. So when you say things like the Bible's a little bit of fabricated, it's like if you stop and read it and analyze it and just look at the news. Just look around. It's not meant for us to live the way we're living. We're still in slavery. We still have to make sure that we go to work every day. They take taxes out of our check. We don't even know what they're doing. They're paying for war weapons, and we got to sit there and be penalized from it. They're taking young men from their homes, from drafts. So we have to look at all that. We're still slaves. It's up to us to be no part of the world. And that's why we have to learn how to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, and live a certain way. That's all I
Okay.
got to say about that.
Up to
It's a commercial system.
right.
And like I clearly said, why did Satan tempt the woman first?
Was thinking
She's
that she
considered
weak.
weak.
Thank you, because man is made in
The
image of God. Y'all made an image. It's already been blasted. Y'all stronger than us. Satan is intimidated behind you. That's why he don't really come after that woman. He sure to come out that man.
Except for them Russians, but I'm strong motherfucker. You talking about
Hell again.
brain motherfuckers gonna be playing around.
But I'm just
Nah,
saying,
bro.
he comes after y'all first. He knows he'll sit there and watch. He'll play y'all against each other. That's why y'all see most of y'all are so, I'm gonna call it flamboyant. When it come by flamboyant, means y'all so quick to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go get the latest gear. I'm gonna go get me a big old house." You have to show out. You don't. That's why you catch a lot of people into envious states. That's a part of
Well,
envy.
but you gotta look. Then you gotta go how some people was raised. Like if you was raised poor, and I see the point that you were
Yeah.
getting. If you ain't never had this stuff, you gonna get.
Think about a
you
millionaire.
gonna be
A millionaire.
right.
No, hold on. Think about a millionaire. You will never know a person's a millionaire by the way they dress. Am I right?
Because they used to.
Look at Adam
They got
Sandler.
they got
Look at
generations.
Adam
They
Sandler.
got
How does what's the
J.
man?
Cole.
What's the man that have Microsoft?
This
Bill
Gates.
is it Bill Gates? How does he dress?
you the one that came with the code. Fuck Bill Gates. Okay, that's the podcast.
Bill Gates, he was just.
But listen, hold on. But that's also two different things. You can't compare millionaires to billionaires. Them are two different
No,
things.
I know. I'm just saying, a millionaire is a millionaire. But at the end of the day, we still.
If I'm a billionaire, I don't.
No, it don't matter. You cannot take none of it to the grave.
I'm gonna wear
Can't take none
I'm
of
gonna
it.
wear them Corvette Nikes that be having that.
But you gotta think too.
Myers.
No. See, you also gotta think about this.
If I be,
But wait, hold on,
stop.
stop. You also gotta think about it like this too, though. Like we're looking at it from a perspective of like, oh, they going into Walmart and buying clothes. No, these people, the clothes that they wear look simple, but the shit is expensive. Like they might have on some
What I'm
slacks and a
saying
nice
to you-
shirt, but
what
it's
I'm
Tom Ford, and that shirt costs
What I'm
$700.
saying to you
And
is
the
that
pants, you know what
they
I'm saying?
look
Like,
no part of the flashy world. That's just
Yes,
a.
they got-
Hold on.
no, that's not true.
What I'm saying is they look
That's
no
not
part of
true.
the flashy world. They
They
look
own
basic.
jets. They own huge houses with pools and hot tubs, and they mamas and kids.
So how do
kids,
you
and
feel about that when you see that? Will it make you want to work hard and be a slave to money more? Yes, black man.
Wait,
Black
wait,
man.
make me wait. So
Like
when
you
you say,
want to, when you see that, don't you feel like you want to go grind even more?
yes,
Black man.
I got to get mine. I'm sorry,
Man, I ain't gonna say black man because I do want to quote that because I love my black man, but man, period.
I got
This
to
is
get
why
mine.
this is why Satan is after you. A woman ain't the type she'll go out and do all that because she'll make home wherever she is, where she is loved. So she's not gonna do that. Men, y'all think like that. Y'all are the head of the household, and y'all are the one who made an image of God. Y'all are supposed to be protectors of us. Y'all supposed to be taking us. So at the end of the day, guess who after y'all? Satan. There we have it.
So I don't want to hear no woman being like, devil may be doing the devil work. Hey, after y'all, that's
He already had us, so we working on y'all.
I want to hear nobody.
We working on y'all.
What is going on, man?
Hey, I got to shake the devil off for me.
Every
You
day.
perfectly fine.
Pray about it. Pray about it. That's how you gotta do. Pray about it. But he's more after the men because if y'all do what y'all supposed to do, and he feel like he can't win,
I don't want to hear
you
about
are considered the head of the household.
I don't want to hear about no devil work. He ain't working.
He working. He ain't never stopped.
Now no woman. He already if alleged when she ate the apple, it was already on.
That's right. He didn't come after that man. Because that man was knowledgeable. That man knew what was going on. He didn't take it wisely from his wife.
She might have ate a banana. That's why.
I just think like
Yeah, something wrong.
from just like a simpler perspective, like it was just easier. Like if you look over the course of history, like
We women.
I would say men haven't really
There you go.
changed that much. Like
That's how.
I feel like men, we always be men. Like
Yeah, but you got to be careful how you go out and look at the world. How you see the TV is them commercials that come through. That's what I mean about the commercial system. They influence so much to the point where you'll see nice cars. They post new cars every year. Do you think how wealthy are they getting? And they keep you out here being a slave to it. Because before you say, "Oh, I want to get that new car," oh, that's bad. I can get them rims. So then you become money of what? You become lover of what?
Money.
Of money.
Oh,
Money
by
hungry.
the dollar.
But everybody love money.
People, you're not supposed to love money because
you're not supposed to. But
guess what?
that's not the word.
Guess what? In the beginning of time, was money ever made?
No,
Thank you.
but we love money.
So how did they create money? Because
Cotton.
now who owns cotton?
Who picked cotton?
No.
Question.
Who owns cotton?
Who picked
How was cotton made?
See, it's not about how it's
No,
made.
how was it made?
How did they get it?
How was it? How was cotton
Because the
made?
niggas was picking it.
So
That's the
you
problem right there.
thinking that you gotta love money? Get on my
Soon as
nerves.
niggas started picking cotton, they started making dollars.
Oh my!
Am I lying?
So guess how he
Am I
did
lying?
it? Who had to pick it?
Niggas.
Almighty dollar.
But my thing, what I'm getting at is the fact is, it was a plant made by who? God Almighty.
What about this? So
why do Satan feel like he gotta show you?
He said, "Y'all."
Listen. Because it's Satan. Satan wanted us to pick it. He made them pick it to make clothes, shoes, money, and everything else. And I'm gonna tell you something. Cotton is cotton for fabric.
So basically,
Money is made from trees.
yeah. So Satan,
It's a paper.
He been running around in China for years. And they making that shit for 5
Oh
cents.
Lord,
So where do you think the devil was at?
he's still here on earth.
No, I mean like
What part of the earth?
yeah.
Oh, baby, we all over earth. If he can show Jesus multiples of kingdoms, he showed him empires. He said, all I need you to do is fall down, do one act of worship, and it's yours. And he clearly told him no, because it don't belong to you. It belongs to our Father.
And that's what I mean. Like
Mm-hmm. He said, belong to our Father. So you see all these devil fanatics and all these different religions and so forth, to each his own. They ain't judging nobody.
He running wild in China right now. If they only get 5 cents per shoe.
now he really running around in Florida. Them 2 damn hurricanes didn't have in 1 year. Shit, the way he acted.
That nigga running wild.
But think about it. If you pay attention to earthquakes, why do they happen? What's going on in the bottom of the ocean?
Right, but that could be hard though.
What's going on in the bottom of the ocean? What happened to a tsunami? What happens with a tsunami?
That's when the
I don't
waves
know
be
what's
real
going
big.
That's when the waves are massive, right?
Right.
So what's happening in the ocean for a tsunami to happen?
I don't
It's an
know.
earthquake. Didn't Jesus tell them that?
Or hard fucking with the weather.
That's Bill Gates to them. Don't cancel the podcast. Don't cancel the podcast.
Bill, we love you, baby. My husband, he just here, baby. He just here.
Hard, they probably control the weather. You know, who knows? I like to speculate, but then again, everything that was taught could be believable, could be true, or
It's facts. You have to look at it. You have to look at the origin of things. You have to pay attention. The information is
you
out
say
there.
get everything.
Let's hold on. The information is there. When something happens, it's just like you building this set. The information is there and the ingredients are there.
Right.
You can't lie about an ingredient.
But I'm about to hold you that ingredient. You know, it's like the old saying, just because you pour syrup on shit, don't make a pancake. Now, with ingredients like just say if you like making sweet potato pie,
Yeah,
and I'm trying to make it, but you got the ingredients. I got the ingredients, but it's about you putting love into it. So if I make a sweet potato pie, it ain't gonna be that good because I ain't never made it, and I'm gonna try.
but you're following the ingredients. That's following the rules. If I give you a recipe, you're following the rules of the recipe. That's what the good Lord above has given us when He gives us that Bible. He's giving us a recipe. We just have to follow it. Some people have to sit on their stand. Some people want to believe what they want to believe. It's the recipe, but that's just how it is. So if you don't follow it and you don't apply, your pie is going to come out runny, half cooked, and so forth.
Well, it's just like you making a Sunday meal. You got to have the right ingredients.
That's right.
You can't put them in
It's called recipes.
You can't sneak them with dash on there like that and think you got your meal.
It is accurate. You gotta have the correct recipe. You gotta follow the recipe.
Can we get you to answer the question though? Like, do you think the weather is being tampered with? Like, you think they fucking with the weather?
You wanna know why? I believe they are.
Why do you believe they fucking with the weather?
Have you seen the global warming?
Or is such thing as global warming? Or
Have you paid attention to global warming?
Yeah, but you think it's such thing as global warming?
Yeah.
But it's some shit they made up, just like they said about.
How you think they're
tampering?
tampering?
Like they said about
Okay, so when you
spray no hairspray, so mess up the ozone.
why did they say that?
Well, how can
What is something that they release that's harmful to trees, bushes, plants, and everything?
that,
Even human
but
beings.
he can answer that. Work for him. Go ahead and say.
Yeah, you work for Jetco, whatever place. Say your business, but that's what you work for.
No, I tell you what, they ain't talking about the pesticides or whatever it is.
I'm just saying, what do I say? They confusing me. They throwing me off. They bouncing me back and forth. So you pay attention to what they spraying and how they are releasing chemicals that are harmful. Right. That's why we are having the issue we are having. They going over and tampering with things that ain't supposed to be tampered with. As if, like they said when they went to the moon. That wasn't something that the good Lord has gave us. Exit. Hold on. I'm just saying, it's facts. It's facts. It's facts. They went to the moon.
That ain't no fact.
Whether you ain't listening or not, it's
that
facts.
ain't no fact.
They went to the moon.
How the fuck they go to the moon?
This is not the Mockingjay.
How the fuck they go to the moon?
This is not the Mockingbird Mockingjay. Y'all ain't one of the Peter. I'm not Abigail and Peter.
Go ahead, explain about the airplane.
Yeah, explain about the airplane ride.
And because we discussed it on one of our other episodes, I'm gonna release clip. I'm gonna release, but explain about the airplane.
Okay.
To the space.
You know that black folk?
When you in the airplane,
Thank you. Explain.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you over the clouds. When you at the top, when you at the peak of the flight, like that's like what 38,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So you over the clouds. You're over the sun.
Mm-hmm. Not really over the sun.
The sun be underneath you.
You're not never over the sun.
Man,
I'm a clean that one. You're not never over the sun because human beings can't even look on the vision of the sun. Educate yourself.
You can look at the sun. I look at the sun all the time.
You can't even look at the sun. No human can look at the sun. No human. You can stare at the sun long enough to see what happens y'all do. Ray Charles.
Tell me.
That nigga won't blind
Ray Charles. He had a little.
What was on the eclipse?
They lied on that.
Man, they lied on that.
Look, don't y'all copyright shit
He
out
just
of
was born. He just was born. You know what I'm saying?
They one person that got blind.
Please tell me.
Who? Just name
Ray Charles.
No. He didn't.
And you gonna be blind as soon as you look at one.
Listen, the sun is a source of energy, right?
I've been looking at the sun.
Nobody can look on the gaze. Nobody's eyes can gaze upon the source of
Okay,
a sun.
so
You can gaze upon it, but you look at it, you
sun,
can't do it.
You gotta listen. That's why
Oh,
I think when pilots fly planes, they probably gotta sign some type of consent.
For what?
Some shit that they know about.
Do you know they put a glare on? They put like a shield on there.
Listen, a pilot
And then when you in a plane and you look up, you can't see out of space.
You can't?
No.
No, you ain't, because you ain't that far up.
I done flew at night.
Do you realize? Okay, so I'm gonna give you something. Do you think you can breathe that high up in the air without that closed-in airspace?
Hell no.
Thank you. Why?
Because the air is different.
Thank
It's two different airs.
Okay.
I love y'all.
The air is way thinner.
Hey, just because
Your lungs couldn't survive it, and that's the whole reason why we don't have full walking access to outer space. That's why you have to use those type of devices, ingredients again from how they put it together for us to exit out of the atmosphere. That's how people got out of here. So if you can get in an airplane and you can believe in being in an airplane, you can believe that they have been to the moon. What's tooth fairy? I ain't never been no darn tooth fairy.
People that went in outer space.
Ain't no tooth fairy.
Ain't nobody.
Well, I seen a lot of ragged mouth brothers around here. They ain't been with the tooth fairy.
We in a dome.
We is not in the
Man, we in
Mockingjay.
a dome.
We in a dome.
We in a dome.
We in a dome. When you seen Stephen King's The Dome, he was telling you niggas, we in a dome. This is how.
This is not the Hunger Games.
Man, we in a dome. I'm telling you. You gotta think about it.
So you actually think?
Look at the way the
you
world
actually-
looks.
You actually think that America went on the moon? Why you think this whole thing was fabricated from the get go? To prove something to Russia that they could get to the moon, because Russia was trying to do it first.
Yes, it was competition. That's what it was. It was very much competition. There's always been competition between many multiples of kingdoms, and that's how it always been since the day of time. They always feel like they can challenge each other, and whoever do something first or over empower and so forth on. That's how it always been. It's a competition.
If they went to outer space, how kind of motherfuckers don't want to leave this planet? Because I'm pretty sure there's other.
Do you think the other planets are livable?
Probably are.
Do you believe that they got Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune and all them out there?
Well, thing is,
No.
you never know what's going on, what's living on those.
Hell no.
Do you think the good Lord is going to reveal it to us one day?
Maybe. You don't know what's living on.
Do you think they actually went out there and discovered it? Do you believe there's many galaxies?
I believe there's a lot of different planes to this Earth.
Do you believe there's many galaxies?
It's gotta be. Deja vu, shit like that, dreams, all type of shit. We can't explain shit like that. So
Right.
It's gotta be different galaxies, dimensions, and all that.
Or we could have been here before. You know what I'm saying? Who says your soul don't come back until you do right?
But then that's even more proof of your soul come from a different galaxy than your
Do
body.
you know when you die, your soul's return back to the good Lord above?
I hope so.
Right, but that's just.
I ain't going.
But this is what I believe about.
Hell is
This is what I believe about. This is what I believe about the soul. I always think like, if you pass away, the soul will come back and be in another person. Like
no, it's not a reincarnation.
You don't believe that?
No, sir, I do not.
Why not?
I might share that we might have similar things. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like I'll elaborate. Like I believe we have similar hereditary. Like I might act like my cousin Leo.
No, I'm not talking
I'm
about
just saying. Listen.
coming back as a family member. I'm talking about coming back and
Oh, as a bird or something.
Oh, as a human, but probably with another family because you already lived this life and you starting over again. Maybe you keep starting.
I don't know about all that now. You know anything about that?
So how can we have this deja vu? Like if you go somewhere like, man, I've been here before.
You ever believe in visions?
Yeah, but you had to live this life before to even have deja vu. I'm telling you, or have a premonition. You have to have been here before. Just like Revelations, and Revelation is to pertain to when you pass away. That's like the end of the world for you. You come back as another person, or try to do right, or it's a lot of questions to unpack. That's why I said there's a lot of stuff that's not in the Bible.
So if you
to answer those questions,
but
we would never know.
If you sit down and you put them glasses on, you got to what you look very handsome in. And yes, you do. He look good. I look good in glasses. Yes, you do. But if you sit down and do your research, don't just take what somebody is saying. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you do, listen. If you do your research and learn for yourself what's knowledgeable of good, truth, or whatever, how fiction or fact or whatever you want to call it, to you, then you will have better understanding of it. Because I'm sitting here listening to what you're saying, and it seems like you have a pile of good questions, very good questions. But at the end of the day, you have to go and find truth for yourself. I can steer you that way, but you have to find it for yourself.
Like I said, I believe some of that I believe to be true. I said I think that we do come back. Like our soul just like gets recycled, like just like we in the body suit, basically.
Okay.
We just live.
I just feel like if I come back, as long as I'm still black, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't want to be
or we live in different planes of the world. Like when we die,
I'm cool.
Go to the next plane of life to see how we.
As long as I stay black, I'm cool.
How we live in that form of life. There's just so many questions.
Even if I remain sand colored, that's cool.
Do you remember what Jesus said about Lazarus and how he felt about Lazarus when Lazarus died?
Yeah.
How did he feel?
His heart broke.
He cried, right?
Right.
So what did he do to Lazarus?
So that just lets you know.
No, what did he do to Lazarus? You gotta finish it up now.
Okay, so you the guest. So.
Okay, so what he done was he resurrected. Okay. He resurrected. They like, how can you do that? He been dead for 3 days.
Damn, he was resurrecting everybody.
It's the same like
but I'm just to show you that Jesus had love for his human. Like he loved us. He loved his mankind. He loved us. And it didn't matter how we were. I mean, we were so mean. I could say they were so mean in the
So wait, Jesus wasn't human? I'm just asking, because how did he die?
Come on, lean this way.
Didn't we just talk about this?
God gonna strike you, baby. Come on over here.
How did he die the first time? He wasn't human.
Right.
Like, come on now. It's just like the Michael Jackson situation. You remember, like, when he died the first time and then came back.
Michael Jackson sold his soul.
When he died? No, listen. When he died and then became light skinned, yeah, that's when.
Or when he got.
That wasn't even the same person.
Do you know how depressed he was behind that?
That was too.
That was Michael Jackson.
Listen,
that was Mikel.
Like that. When he got burnt, when his hair caught on fire.
How was he screaming, baby?
That vitiligo.
How was he screaming? You told me how he screamed.
But when he got burned, I think it was so bad that he was like, damn, because you know that type of burn he had, he probably could. It don't matter how many skin grabs he got, he probably won't never be the same. So like, and you got to notice Michael Jackson disappeared for a good while.
He went over there across seas and got his skin together.
Listen, he had Thriller. It took him 4 years, which was like 3 years to do the Bad album.
Do you know he don't want to be black?
He always wanted to be black.
No, he didn't.
But they ain't the real.
No, Michael Jackson was just too big to be black.
Do you know he found that if he was another person was caught up in the commercial system because he found that being white was better for him. So that's why he felt like, okay, I'm going to go and bleach my skin and have me all together. In Jamaica to this day, they have people who, listen. In Jamaica today, they have people that are over there feel like if they're close to being white and bleaching their skin, then they can have a certain standard that people look at them at a different standard. When in reality, you're killing yourself. And that's exactly what that man did.
Michael Jackson got burnt. Got this Michael Jacko to take his place.
So you think Michael Jackson's still alive?
Yeah, but I heard another story that he died in '79 of an overdose.
Yeah, you know that cocaine. Hey, you know that shit had niggas on
That
Boy,
woman-
James Brown and it was
what's
boy,
that
that shit.
Ayatollah dude, that Pyru dude that be on Boss Talk. He said somebody that he know that was
Turn that up on turbo.
a bodyguard.
You mean the nigga who talk like he got a hole in his chest?
Yeah, the little, you know what I'm saying, got the braids in his hair. He be like on Boss Talk, and he said his friend that he overdosed. 79, Black Michael Jackson.
Jake, you ain't supposed to leave this, but you gonna edit this.
Oh,
You gonna edit this.
Girl, just a pillow.
fellas,
Yeah,
I think he was already. You never know what these people be pulling off. You know what I'm saying? That's why the way they control the world, they got some scrolls. They probably using them. You know, they using them to win.
Well, they haven't been revealed yet, but a lot of times they will. The new scrolls will be revealed, and there's something that has been.
I heard the Rockefellers got the remaining scrolls. That's what I heard.
Well,
That's how
there's
they came
some
up,
that
that's how they came up with this educational system and all that shit.
Yeah.
Told you.
there's some that that haven't been revealed, and that will be revealed. So we're gonna pray to the good Lord about it, and make sure we walk the way He encouraged us to do it, and live the way He wants us to, and so forth. So
I do believe the Heavenly Father got kids too. I'm pretty sure he got it all if they had a family.
He had
bloodline now.
Jesus didn't have no children.
So
Why would he put?
that's not true.
That is accurate.
That's not true.
We his kids.
He has got a bloodline.
We his bloodline.
So you think he
How
was
you think who he come through?
So you think that in 33 years he didn't get no?
No,
Okay.
because you didn't let me go right there where your mind is in the gutter. See, Satan gonna have to get you.
See, my mind ain't in the gutter. I'm just being real. I'm just thinking. That's just what
I
I
really don't think personally. I don't
Well,
think
why would he create? If you know you ain't gonna last, you ain't gonna live that long on earth, as it lives that he got hung on the cross. Why he would not engage in a intercourse with a woman?
because he was on a mission.
Would you?
Do you know young Jesus was sitting up in them synagogues with high priests learning and educating them? Do you realize that his parents was looking for him? Like, where have you been? And he said, "Oh, I've been learning, I've been teaching."
Yeah.
He was so on a mission to helping us to get and to build everlasting life.
So you tell me he ain't running to no woman.
He didn't have the time. You think he was here on earth to do that? Do you realize he could have had
So
any
you don't
woman?
ever think
Do you realize he
Mary
could have had any
No.
woman here on earth? He could have been with anybody.
So you don't think he slept with Mary Magdalene?
Do you? Okay. Oh my Lord.
So it's a lot. It's a lot. Listen, you sit over all your phone, but you gotta have this conversation because you say you gotta go to. So he was on Earth for 33 years.
And he didn't.
Never came
There was no record documentation that shows that he
But they
was
probably took it out. They
engaging.
probably took it out.
There was no record
Ain't
documentation
nobody about
that
to-
engaged that Jesus had intercourse with Mary Magdalene.
All right.
Their name is Mary Magdalene.
Very mad.
Mary Magdalene. There she go.
Mary
Like I
McDowell.
said, it's gonna come about.
Yeah, it will. And
They got the Big Mac. We got the Big Mick. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like,
coming to America, y'all.
that's what I got to start. But
We got the Wag Arnold fries. Like, you just gotta just look. I'm not saying
Oh, I'm
you can
listening.
believe about it, but you just gotta be like, there's questions that we need answers to. On how
If you are searching for questions and you pray on a situation, I mean, you're searching for answers. You got questions to the question. There you go. In that formatted way. Then you have to pray on it, and He will direct you. He will direct you.
But
He will direct you. One day you'll be riding down the street, and then there'll be your answer. One day you're just looking up at the sky, and it'll be your answer. He will reveal it. He is a God of truth. He is not going to steer you any other form of way.
so that just lets me know that you say God, right? You got God, you got Yahweh.
Well, I believe in Jehovah. So
Yeah,
there you go.
Jesus. That was Caesar Boyer or whatever his name is that was on that picture.
Yep.
Not a real depiction of our Heavenly Father.
Well, I understand those pictures, and I agree with you 100% on that one. I don't think Jesus was a blonde hair man. I don't blue eye, blonde hair, and fine garments, and
Right.
things of that nature.
Southern.
Yeah, things of that nature. I don't believe that. He was in the Middle East. I believe he had brown hair. I believe he was a Middle Eastern.
So when did you start reading the Bible?
I started having questions when I was 6 years old, and I would ask my grandmother, which we were Baptists at that time. We would go to church faithfully, and I would ask her questions about the Bible. She would give me pieces of an answer, and I've always been the type to figure, okay, I'm just not going to take what you say.
You want to like know.
I want to know.
Say like
facts on it.
Right. So, Josh, when you start going to church, or when you start reading the Bible, like, was it in the church or it was just like one of those things like you opened it?
Yeah, I was in the church young. My dad, we used to go every Sunday.
Oh yeah, I know.
At one point,
I remember your dad. Shout
like my dad we used to go every Sunday. He was on it. Like I ain't gonna lie, I say I really got into it deep when he got baptized. I think he got baptized again, if I'm not mistaken, when he was older. And so like that's when I kind of just started, digging more into it, just as far as being a kid. I was probably like I was young, as early as I can really remember, probably like 5, 6, somewhere around there. But like the church we used to go to had like the little youth learning little situation. So
right.
So like it was just, it was broken down for us in just a different way. So, I was just picking up on stuff then, I would say.
Just like in the youth, that's when they be having like Sunday school, and you color in the little Jesus picture that they got. So, Dalen, when did you start reading the Bible? Like when you kind of got into the Bible and going to the church? Like
I never really only been to church like twice, 2 or 3 times. That was on my dad's side of the family. But we grew up in the Kingdom Hall, basically.
Right. Joe Witness, yeah.
So they started me off with the little My Book of Bible Stories. I was a good 4 years old, 4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
So that book still is that.
That book that's still present.
Yeah. That book.
We started our little cousins off with it.
So, like, what is your interpretation of the Bible? How do you feel? It's honest.
How do I feel about the Bible?
Yeah, like, what's your interpretation of it? Do you feel is it like story like Shakespeare? Not saying it's not true, but the way it's written, or do you believe some of the stories in there are real and it's beneficial to your life, like far as that you can incorporate in everyday life, like your take on the Bible?
How I did this, like when I was a kid, to like kind of more understand the Bible more, was like we did the little My Book of Bible Story things. That'll really like break it down. Everything that's in that Bible, you're gonna find in My Book of Bible Stories book. It literally breaks it down one by one, chapter by chapter. Everything's in that book. And like
from the beginning to the end.
Literally from the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm. From the beginning to the end. It goes from before Christ was here.
Everything.
To the end of Christ's life. And what Jehovah's promise was. Mm-hmm. Is. What Jehovah's promise is. Mm-hmm.
I remember I started going to church at I had to be about 7 or 8 whenever when we moved to Dayton View. So it was around that time we went to church every Sunday. But at the time I couldn't really get into the Bible. I'm like, man, I don't understand what they talking about. It's like all the time I would comprehend, like, if you sin, you go to hell. Do good, you go to heaven.
Yep.
And when I got older, as my dad started explaining to me, he was like, nah, it don't work that way. Because I couldn't comprehend. The Bible, one thing, the people, like, the Bible is complicated. It's got to be taught to you.
Yep.
With a person with good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got preachers with bad intentions. Want to dance, do the hot stuff. The first thing they do is put that offering plate out. I know you got to pay your tithes or whatever, but it's like, man, this is
Why do you have to pay your tithes?
That's what the Heavenly Father wanted.
Not exactly.
You pay your tithes.
No.
I don't need. Because I'm like, why or we got to buy our way to heaven?
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Where that money go to though?
Yeah,
To the pastor.
Yeah, then they fix the.
I ain't put nothing in nobody's collection.
That money goes straight to the pastor.
They got 18.
Do you know there's been pastors that shamed, disgraced, cursed, and walked out of a church because he didn't get his paycheck?
Oh, I got a story to tell you about
Thank
that.
you.
Ain't nobody tell you to take
listen,
up that career field.
Listen, I'm going to
Thank
tell you a
you.
story about that. My dad.
Sure, ain't got your CDLs.
Listen,
Thank you.
we used to go to this, me and all my family,
Mm-hmm.
we used to go to Edgewood Church for like years and years and years. And I would go with my dad, like later on as I became an adult, probably in my late 20s, I went with him, right? And the guy that was the preacher there, it was something off about him. You know, he was an ex-alcoholic. And I was like, this guy made sure church was over at 12 o'clock. He had a time. Like, 12 o'clock? I thought he was drunk. I'm like, man, back then, that's when the drive-thru opened super early.
Hey, they're sinners too.
Back then, that book opened at 12 o'clock. Now, don't get me, I ain't even say the dude's name, but he was a good dude. he was a good dude. Don't all be at the side. He was a good guy, good person.
Don't let him tell the story.
Let him.
He was a good person. But his true colors showed me and my older cousin. I had stayed over his house this particular night.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you want to go to church with us? Because the preacher said he got to tell everybody. So, you know me, I'm like, yeah, I want to go because I want to know what it is. Because I do bad. So, his mom had called him and said, yeah, you know, the pastor, such and such, I don't want to say the name so bad, but he said, well, the pastor, such and such, supposed to be leaving the church. They was upset. You supposed to be leaving the church. So when we all got there, I sat in the back, and I think my other cousin, Trina, was there. I think. I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
So when he got up there, he told everybody about it. He was leaving. He's going to another church.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was pissed off, like mad, like damn, you know what I'm saying? And then he blurted out like, they don't pay me enough here.
See?
I'm like, whoa. And mom looked at me like, keep your mouth shut, because I was trying to tell you so. I told you so. You want to get paid for money. See, he was like, shit, 12 o'clock, let's wrap this thing up.
Mm-hmm. People ain't in it for the right things.
Even when he would call you up, like, if anybody want to get it, like, come on up to the podium and get your life. And I swear, I think he was begging, like, no, nobody come up here. Get on out of here. Shit. Listen, 12 o'clock hit, we was out the church.
Oh,
out the parking lot by 12:10. Dude was on it. I've been to other churches where they go past the 12 o'clock mark. You get out of there by like 1:32. I got one more good story about the church. That's why I don't like the 10 church. I went to this one church. And I'm gonna say my cousin's name on the pod. My cousin Keisha Jones was there. And this dude was acting like he was one of them preachers. This is a church on Oak Ridge. I ain't gonna say the dude's name.
Gave enough information though.
I think you
Bad I would
back in 2000, like
we don't bleep bleep blah.
So you know how you put your hand on people's head, they fall.
Oh yeah.
So dude like looked at me, said,
They really catch the Holy Ghost?
That's what they claim,
They
but
claim,
they don't do that.
Well, I was a kid. I tested a woman one day.
I heard a woman with
Pastor just
Holy
be
Ghost,
cutting
but
somebody
She
that check.
passed out, and my cousin, West R.P. Killian Hintley,
Pastor paying them
Sylvester Killian.
$15 an hour.
Needless to say,
They gonna go in there
he
forward.
dared me to put my foot over this lady's face. And he said if she really was at the Holy Ghost, she'd have passed out. She ain't gonna even see your face, your
Right.
foot. So I put my foot over her face, just dangled it. She woke up quicker than anything. Said, "I'm telling Miss Rosie." Needless to say, I got stumped by Miss Rosie. R.I.P. to her too. Grandma, I love you. She beat me. So that let me know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's accurate.
But back to dude called me out. He was like, you used to be out in the streets, not of this and not of that.
How was you
Yeah.
dressed? You have a suit on? Or you have
I
some
had a
clothes?
suit on.
That's why you was out the street. You remember the liquor store?
So dude told me that he like stand on up, young brother.
Yep.
I stood on there. He came over by me. He put his hand. He did like that.
Did you fall?
Hell no, I ain't fall the first time. But he did the second time. I said, shit, I can just lay down, take me a nap.
Yeah. You lay down, take your nap.
Over my face, over my body.
Was it had a pleasant smell? Or was it funky?
I can't remember. I just laid there sleeping.
Like,
I'm gonna take me a little nap while I've been here.
How long you lay there? 30 minutes?
About a couple minutes, 3-4 minutes.
Right.
You ain't getting no
Ain't
nap.
no nap.
I ain't gonna
That's a
lie.
bird
Then I
nap.
stopped going.
That was a tease.
I went to white church. Yeah, that's when I had to stop going.
They get out on time though.
This
White
right
churches get out on time.
Yeah, they did get out on
But see,
time.
that's why I used to go to all the time to go to church. That's what they were like.
They get out
I
on
was going to
time though.
white church.
Yep, they get out on time.
Once I seen that guitar come out, I said, "Oh yeah, this ain't the place for me."
They
Cause
play
you know, in
drums
black
guitar.
church, you don't see nobody with no guitar.
They do.
No, not the church I
Bass
was
guitar,
at.
all that drums, all that.
You see the drums, you see the piano,
That's that Hotel California vibe there.
you see the singers.
They
But
come out. They
Never come
yeah.
out with a guitar. I'm
Have
like,
you
oh,
seen the way? Have you seen where Kurt Franklin how his
And then the
band come
songs
out?
they be performing.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Kirk Franklin, man, that nigga ain't no R&B singer.
I remember once I went to this white church.
He
There
know
was,
gospel. He a R&B.
He an R&B.
I went to the
Well,
white church.
according
and
to
it
them
was-
heels he done wore, honey, he was straight biblical.
He let Salt on the song on that Stomp, but she was like, I'm a son with God serving something.
Well, she claimed to change her life around, so she
But
just
when she
wanted
did
to
that
church
real
down
verse
too.
about service, so they let me know, like the Heavenly Father, his son had sex before. Just to go out and write that in the song, like, what she say? I make the Lord feel something. But in the songs, okay, I'm about to pull it up.
Stop, stop.
No,
Don't let go.
Well, she got to push me. Baby.
Look,
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
about to pull it up.
Oh,
I'm about to pull the
Jesus.
stump song. Yep, man. Good.
You know who really can sing gospel to me, and it just sounds so wonderful? Was it Rand Allen Dance? If you hear that song, something about the day of Jesus, and how you go,
Not Mary, Mary. I love me some Mary.
Oh, she took her verse off, didn't Here you go. Listen. Watch what this heifer gonna say. I got the victory. See? Here you go. What's what she say? Here it comes.
That's right, for rejoice.
Nah, she was talking
It's a
about
praise. That's what she talking about. The praise that make the Lord feel
She
something.
was talking about something else.
Oh, what was she talking about? Tearing the Lord up.
Yeah.
I'll tear the Lord up. He can come on. I ain't gonna say it out loud.
And I ain't talking about Bible stuff. I'm telling you, that's
Hey, if you want to be with Jesus and Jesus gonna be your husband, baby, and all other females gonna be alive. I want to call myself like,
the Heavenly Father,
Hey.
His Son,
Jesus was able to get mad and run around here and have a pile of wives, and we all be lined up.
So that lets me know right there. They gave me affirmation.
They gave you affirmation that you must live according to his quality ways.
So she said, make the Lord feel something.
Because he still
She
rejoice.
said it in one of
Do you know when you do good and fight through temptation that Satan has laid out for you, and you win that? You know how wonderful the good Lord feels when you do that?
So how you think you felt?
It's just like a father.
Well, how you think you felt when she said the song said?
He was praised. He was like thankful for it. Like, that's my child.
She already got kids already.
What?
She said she gonna make the Lord feel something. Look, you gotta.
Can you save me?
Nope.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Trying to save myself.
It was a victory. Stop.
Then how you feel? Then the church. Then they got this. They done mixed with R&B now. But
Yeah, I thought they couldn't do that, but you know what? Ray Charles, ma'am. Was it Big Mama Thornton? No, not Big Mama Thornton. What's the other one? What is it?
The Eric.
Oh, okay. That was.
You know, it was a thunderstorm.
Yes, sir, I did.
Podcast song like
It's the midnight. But anyway, like most of the what you call people who had sung like James Brown, who was the other one? Aretha Franklin, who was the big artists that were part of the church era, but branched out to make R&B. There you go. So yeah, we're gonna face that.
Kirk Franklin, he's just like overboard. He ain't got no facial hair. That makes me suspect.
Well, maybe he just like that smooth feel. You know?
He been in that Diddy party, slippery when it's
I don't know them about all that. No copyright, no infringement, none of that. You know, on them folks.
You gonna be canceled.
Part of the church.
That's what he said. He said Kirk Franklin.
Him and Tyler Perry been hanging together.
They got the victories, huh?
She getting canceled.
I ain't did nothing. Ain't nobody did nothing.
Kirk Franklin be lying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yo.
Right. Well, I'm glad y'all joined your boy Big Al on the Big Al podcast. Glad y'all came down to kick a little knowledge. You know, it's on the average. You feel me?
Oh, they ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, we will be back because we got to talk about marriage.
Yeah, I did my one show I put out yesterday about social media and relationships. Social media messes up relationships, and then they definitely touched on that in another episode. But we're gonna get into that when y'all come back on the show about marriage and stuff, and just kicking some actual factuals.
Mm-hmm. Because I believe social media will destroy marriage.
I mean, yeah.
I ain't gonna say destroy. It's gonna make it challenging.
Yeah, because like when people be mad, like they mad at this spouse, they put something on Facebook like,
that's right.
This motherfucker ain't no good. And
they get some money.
Then when the dude,
keep your business on social media. If you're gonna take it back or take car back.
Right. Then when the dudes responded on there, oh, they thirsty. Like,
but there's always one snake in that grass that's always ready to go for that bite. Keep that in mind. Keep your business off social media.
I don't want to hear devil on you. He ain't coming after y'all. Y'all crazy.
What do you say?
Get the devil off me. Like, whoa.
Get off there.
Yeah. Y'all for like 4 or 5 years. Shit. We got to do one of them, throw some holy water on you. Do an exorcism.
Yes, I don't know about the exorcist now. I don't know about all that.
They say they got the devil on.
Hallelujah. Run.
He can stay on you so long, hell.
He wants your soul.
Even after his feet disappear.
What? What is that?
I'm just saying. I'm just making a comparison. Thanks for tuning in to the Big Al podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hey, tune in for the next episode coming soon. God, please, God speak.
Bye.